make sure to like, ring the bell,
and
subscribe to this modest person.
Thank you, LJ, for another great opening.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Sean Miller's Soccer Betting Genius. Bet with the Genius, as it's called. Good vibes only. There's Davey as well.
Come here.
Hey, Davey. We got right now. Let me see what the score is of this game. It was 1-0 last I saw. Roma at halftime. Zanolio had scored, so I expect Feyenoord to get back into it a little bit. So we'll be watching that in the second half. Second half will start probably in about 2 minutes here. Caesar Sports Bet Promotions. $1,100 first bet insurance. Place a first-time wager of up to $1,100. Get it back in the form of a free bet if you lose. Promo code ATS wins CZR. There's Davey now.
Say hi.
Okay.
Hi. Say hi, guys. Hi, guys.
All right. We got everybody out here. They're going to be going to wrestling, I think, in a couple minutes. So, no, I'm on live on TV right now. We're live talking a little bit of soccer. It's world football right now. We're going to go through the Eredivisie, Europa Conference League playoff, France League One playoff, and Austria Bundesliga Europa Conference League playoff. And then we're going to take a second look at the NRL rugby. So before you do that, make sure you're doing what LJ said. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and get us some subscribers. We're going to have some free picks on here, obviously today, and soon we're going to have some free picks all over the internet. So
only if you subscribe.
Only if you subscribe.
And like and ring the bell.
And you get all the notifications. Make sure notifications are turned on when I have some new picks there. As LJ runs away here, and I can do the show a little bit of quiet. Make sure you're watching. Remember, we have 6 hours of programming every day, and then tomorrow we will have Formula One show. I believe they're in Monaco this weekend. Let me check that schedule. I believe they race this weekend. That is correct. They race at 9 a.m. in Monaco. No. Umar, hi. How's it going, man? How's everybody doing today?
Only one person's watching.
No, 4. All right. So remember, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Man. So we got all the programming on here, and we're gonna have lots more programming for everybody in the next coming months. When we start the beginning of the football season, the European and the American football,
Go Eagles.
NFL. LJ is going to talk about the Eagles
a lot, man. And they got better people than last year.
Eagles could be a surprise team. Although last year I had the Eagles, as one of the teams as an over. Arizona and Philadelphia were my 2 teams to surprise last year.
Even Arizona is looking for a new quarterback because Murray doesn't want to be on the Cardinals anymore.
Are you sure about that? Okay. So Arizona might be looking for a new quarterback. All right.
I saw on ESPN this morning.
So let's see if we can pull up this contest. Nope. I'll have to put it up. So I'll keep you posted on this game in Paramount. I guess it's on. I wonder if it's on Fubo TV. I know I can watch it in Paramount app, so they're pretty good about that. CBS has been really good with this coverage this year. The pregame and the postgame shows have been absolutely fantastic. So we'll turn this this on. So they're getting ready to come back for the second half. So
Let me watch it.
we'll have this here.
I'll
We'll have LJ keeping updates for us as they know sound.
I keep like this.
All right, like that. All right, so we'll keep you posted on that. I expect live betting here. Roma 1-0. You know, Mourinho's going to be probably pretty excited with that lead at halftime. He's going to probably try to shut it down, maybe get one more goal here. I would expect Feyenoord to come out as they come out for the second half and come out fired up.
Hello.
They're walking out right there. Can't show it on here though.
You can't.
No.
Why?
Because it's copyrighted.
What
So
does that mean?
can't show it
Why?
because they have a copyright on it. Like you have to watch through the app. You know how you can't watch NFL games on YouTube, like on somebody's channel, they'll get taken down. It's the same thing. All right, so let's take a look at these games here for Thursday. First is Vitesse and AZ Alkmaar, hoping to try to get somebody on tomorrow from
Get the ball first.
Roma. We're trying to get somebody on from ESPN in the Netherlands tomorrow to talk about the game on Sunday. So that'll be interesting and talk some of the transfer stuff. You see the guy in the comments, our guy Umar works for Margao Football. Big transfer guy in England. He's big with the transfer
What's
news.
The most people you've gotten?
Like 100.
What's your least?
All right. So this game here, Vitesse and AZ Alkmaar. Let me just, you know what? I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna share the screen here because we're gonna go to the. I want to go to this quickly. That's the other game we're gonna look at. One of the other games. So when you start to look at this.
The yellow team has a scoring opportunity. Oh, no foul. Now they don't.
So.
Oh.
When you have now here's Greggy. When you have right now AZ Alkmaar is in better form, I think. I'm not really this form guide is it's one thing you see here. AZ Alkmaar, Greggy. AZ Alkmaar has won 2 of the last 4 games, 3-1 at home. Every time Vitesse has been home, it's either been a draw.
Guys, look how sus this kid is. He's humble.
It's either been a draw or over 3 goals, over 2.5 goals. It's been 3-1, 2-1, 3-1, and 2-1. So I think right now, you gotta say this over 2.5 goals right here at -110 could be an interesting play. I like AZ a little bit in this game. Obviously double chance is a little bit high on them, -245. When you go down to the Asian lines, I think AZ at -0.25. AZ at -0.25 at +100 might be a pretty good play. I think you can see that, because that covers the draw. If they draw, you get half your money back. If they win, you obviously get +100. If you're not worried about that, though, maybe you just do the money line at +135. I might take a chance on the right here. This Asian handicap looks like a pretty good play. All right. We need that.
No, look at this kid's face. Like this.
Okay. All right. So if you'd like that, AZ, and then the Asian total, I would take over 2.5 here. So that's actually a pretty interesting. Can't play that as a handicap. So.
Just so you know, this guy twerks on people.
No, he does.
He does.
Oh, just so you know, he has an ex-girlfriend and a real girlfriend.
Greggy.
No.
Sorry about that. All right. So we got second game we like is in France. I wanted to look at this. Sunday is the League Two promotion, Quevillion Villefranche. But tomorrow on Thursday, you got Auxerre playing at home against Saint Etienne. So here's the thing with this. The form guide is absolutely useless for these games because this is a League Two team trying to come up against a League One team that's trying not to get relegated, right? So when you look at it, head to head, the last two times they played, it's been a draw every time. Look at that. 0-0, 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, 1-1. 2017, 2012, 2011, 2010. That's why trends don't always work. I think, when you're looking at this game, obviously to qualify for the next round, Saint Etienne is minus 155. If you like that, I would jump on that now because they're probably going to be a lot higher than that. If they win this game, let's pull this game. See what we got here. Feyenoord has come out really quickly. Oh, off the crossbar, off the post, saved. What an absolute rocket from Feyenoord. Rui Patricio just made an absolutely amazing save right there. That really should have been 1-1. Feyenoord has come out smoking out of halftime. I look at this shot again. Oh, it took a little deflection. It was an absolute missile. I can't believe it didn't go in. Oh, they had another chance there on the corner. Feyenoord is absolutely peppering the goal here. And, I've seen this before as a Manchester United fan. Roma's just going to sit back and defend this lead and try to counterattack. And that's, sometimes that works and a lot of times it doesn't. So here, you see Saint Etienne, the Premier League team, and the form guide, it's not great because look who they're playing. They're playing, Nice and Reims and Nantes. They're playing League One teams where they're playing, not League One teams, right? So who cares? They had to win to get into that spot. So, the better team is probably Saint Etienne. It's hard to figure out who's better, the 18th place team in League One or like the third or fourth or fifth place team in League Two. A lot of times they're pretty much the same, right? So, maybe the way to bet this would be to maybe take Saint Etienne to qualify for the next round and come through there. Other than that, it's tough. If you want to take a chance on Saint Etienne at plus 185, I wouldn't begrudge you that. It is all Feyenoord right now. Like literally all Feyenoord. If you're watching this live bet, probably right now would be Feyenoord next goal. See if we can find that. There's, this match is interesting here. It's not till June 1st. It's next week. Poland and Wales play. June 1st is, I don't even know what day that is. Wednesday. Should know. I got to move into my new house on Tuesday. Probably should. My brain is scrambled at this point, right? But this will be an interesting match. Obviously, Lewandowski is big time. But, Wales has some decent players as well. We'll get into that more next week. I just want to kind of show you that right there. This other game that I saw, I think this is pretty good value right here. WSG Swarovski, Tyrol. I'm guessing that's where Swarovski crystal is coming from, right? Against Rapid Wien. Rapid Wien is a pretty good team. And you see here, head-to-head, Vienna beat them 2-0 on the 27th of February, and Vienna beat them 5-2 on October 3rd of 2021 right here. This is pretty interesting here. Rapid Vienna beat them 3-2 last April, 4-0. Before that, you have to go back to March of 21 to see a draw. So, here is where these stats probably matter. They outscored them 7-2 this year. They've scored 4 goals, 3 goals, 5 goals, and 2 goals. So let me show you something here. Rapid Vienna over 1.5 goals, -129. That would probably be my best play of the day. Other than, maybe Rapid Vienna at +100 is a little bit better, to be honest. But see if you can parlay that. Yeah, you could parlay that at +135. Doesn't seem like it's very good odds, to be honest. Should be higher than that. Anyway, you could take a chance there. I might take a chance here and take over 2.5 goals, especially when you consider this 5-2, 3-2, 4-0. This game 2-0 was probably, could have had some chances, maybe had to, score a couple more goals there. So that could be the best play of the day, right here. But, I would just take Rapid Vienna at +100. It's even money. And, I don't know if you look into these pre-packs or, I don't love the both teams to score sometimes in these games. Sometimes the pre-packs are I would probably do this. +135. It's not bad. Should be higher than that, though, to be honest. All right. Those are the main games here. Thursday. Once again, it's not the biggest schedule in the world. Show you this. You got Auxerre, Saint Etienne, Vitesse, Alkmaar, Kayserispor, Sivasspor, and I don't really mess with the Turkish league too much. I definitely don't mess with Serie B too much. Those games are all 0-0, 1-0, 1-1 every single game. It's actually pretty funny when you look at it sometimes. The unders are like under 2 or under 1.5 sometimes. Like, imagine like under 1.5. You could fluke yourself 2 goals sometimes. This Elit's here, and I'm already pretty much done with that league. There are some crazy games in those leagues. Some of those games we looked at yesterday, there was one game, it was 4-2 in the 92nd minute, and the team drew. 4-2 in the 92nd minute. How do you give up 2 goals in 3 minutes of, 2 minutes into injury? Once you give up the first goal, you got to shut up shop. It's crazy. Here you're starting to look at the second division. We will look at some of these Copa Libertadores games, obviously. But there's 4 games in each. Some of these, if you can find these games here, the Euro 17 quarterfinals, sometimes you could tell who the better team is. See if we can pull that up. I haven't seen it on a lot of books. Sometimes they won't let you bet on the minors. Every once in a while, you'll see them. Yeah, see, they don't have it. You can U21, you could bet. Now, these games are interesting. The U21 UEFA qualification. And then obviously the Nations League games. That's what that is. So you got the Nations League qualification. Yeah, Scotland plays Ukraine. I don't know why they had this game. They had this game up before this game. We got a yellow card here for somebody. Somebody on the sideline. This Scotland-Ukraine game, there was people, I don't want to get into, I'm a political science major, right? I went to Columbia and Rider and political science and did a lot of politics classes and all this stuff. I don't want to get into that stuff, but like people were saying, oh, Scotland should and Wales should step aside and let Ukraine go to the World Cup. Like, what? Like, if I'm Scotland, I'm like, man, by the way, another ball cleared off the line here in this game. Feyenoord's definitely scoring this next goal. I don't know when it's going to come. Chris Smalling's just falling all over the place. Oh, what a block there. I mean, Roma's just absolutely just giving everything right now just to win this trophy. But people were saying Scotland should step aside. Man, no, I want to go to the World Cup. It's the biggest stage in the world. I mean, we're going to be in Qatar in November, and we're going to be talking soccer. I don't even know where I'm going to be for this. I know I'm going to be doing some kind of daily coverage for the World Cup. Just know, make sure you're following, my Twitter right here. The Prodigal Sean, and I will, right here. I will have you keep you posted on what we're going to be doing with Max Wagers Network. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. The games are really kind of weird times for us here in America. I think on the East Coast, it's 6 a.m., 9 a.m. USA group stages all at 2 p.m. Eastern time. USA plays England on Black Friday, by the way, the day after Thanksgiving. Absolute carnage. I may have to fly to England when we beat England. I may be over in England, so when we beat England in that game, USA beats England 1-1. Remember that headline from 2010? You see the Canada games, but, here's the times for you if you're in the U.S. Atlantic, I don't even know what that is. Eastern time, 5 a.m., 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m. Yikes. Ugh. I feel bad if you're in the Central, or Pacific. We might be doing an event from Palm Springs, my buddy's hotel out there, right by Coachella. But this is ugly, man. This is ugly. 2 a.m., 5 a.m., 8 a.m., 11 a.m. I might have to tell Emmett to get the coffee. You see the times here when it gets to around the 16 in December. 10 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. 10 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. 10 a.m., 2 p.m. That'll be cool. Quarterfinals, 10-2, 10-2. Semis, 2 o'clock Eastern. Give me a 10 a.m. Eastern on December 18th. That'll be interesting. Anyway, it's a long ways away. But remember, these teams start qualifying for this or finish the qualification because of the war now. Scotland and Ukraine. Man, everybody's going to be on the Ukraine. And that Scotland team isn't bad, let me tell you. All right. So let's look at the Copa Libertadores and Copa Sudamericana. No live betting for that game. All right. So tonight, remember we talked about Colo Colo minus 104 here. Interesting odds. Against Fortaleza, like that game. Thursday, there's only the 4 matches. And this one is the one I looked at, Boca Juniors and Deportivo Cali. When you look at the standings right now, it is very interesting to see what's going to happen in this group. See why the odds are like this. So Boca Juniors is on 7 points in Group E, okay? Deportivo Cali is on 8 points. Corinthians is on 8 points. You see Corinthians plays Always Ready. Always Ready is on 4, so Always Ready is out. So right now, it's Corinthians and Deportivo Cali. However, if Boca Juniors wins this game at home against Deportivo Cali, they go through. It doesn't matter what happens in the other game. They could go through as group champions or they could go through as group runner-up. It doesn't really matter as long as you go through here. So you see minus 235 here. And when these two teams played last time on match day 1, Deportivo Cali won 2-0 at home. So it's going to be interesting. When you look at the full-time goals here, over total goals by Boca Juniors, over 1.5 is minus 139. Asian handicap here is minus 1.25. I don't love that. Minus 143. It's one of these games. It's right in the middle. This happens all the time, and I never know which way to go. Do you take it at minus 1? Do you take it at minus 1.25 at plus 100? Or you just say, you know what? I'm just going to hope they win by 2 goals at minus 1.5 at plus 132. A lot of times when I think about this stuff, it ends up being, that game that falls in the middle, and it's a 1-goal game. But, Boca Juniors, I think, has to, obviously has to win, needs to score goals. If it's a tight game, could be interesting. Hey, Michael, how you doing? Let's take a look at that quickly, and then we'll come back to it's game 5. See what the Celtics are. Celtics are favored. Man, I need the Celtics to win tonight. I have the Celtics to win the Eastern Conference. I bet them at crazy odds a long time ago. I just thought they were the best team in the Eastern Conference a long time ago, like 3 or 4 months ago. I could see it. I could see them starting to gel. And I just need them to win tonight. So you got the Blues against the Avalanche. No, you know what, Michael? I'll be honest. I know the Avalanche are going to be fired up with all the stuff that happened last game with the guy in the hat trick and the abuse they took. My buddy Myron, he's the biggest hockey fan in Belize. He lives in Belize and he's a hockey fan. Can you imagine that? Right? But because he's a Mennonite, he worked a lot of time in Canada and lived in Canada a lot of time. So he became a hockey fan, and he's an Avalanche fan. And he had me all, he said, it was all fired up. He was all fired up about that thing. And when you look at these scores here, I don't know, man. These two scores here would bother me a little bit. 6-3 and 5-2 at home. And for Colorado, I think the thing with Colorado I have is, the last 2 years they've been the best team in the Western Conference, and they got knocked out in this round. They have a chance tonight to just put it to bed and just absolutely do what they did in the first 2 games of the series at home, score 6 goals and score 5 goals. To me, I would take a chance probably on Colorado. And this is a little bit the 3-way line. I don't even know. I would probably actually just take them. I would probably take a chance on the puck line, to be honest, right here. And I wouldn't necessarily take the over-under on the game, but what I would do is see if I can find the total goals. I like this right here, over-under 4. I mean, this to me is telling a little bit. And then this to me is telling the 3 goals, the abuse. They have a chance to finish the job at home tonight. And not here's the problem in NHL, NBA, whatever it is. When you have a chance to close out this series at home in a game 5, you're up 3-1. If you don't do it, all of a sudden you open the door, and the Blues, now they go back home. Now they have momentum. Now they're playing at home. They got the line shifts, all this stuff. If they win that game 7s are like a crapshoot. You see what, like, every year Toronto falls apart at that round. I just, when you have a chance, hey, Michael, if you think St. Louis wins, I don't see it, especially with all this stuff going on around it. Some of that, some of the shenanigans and the, that actually, I mean, it's nasty texts and messages on Instagram that guy was getting. Look, Dallas, let's look at a, let me pull up the hockey. What do you think about the Rangers series? I got to talk about that on the on ESPN on Friday night. Michael, are you more of a hockey guy? Like, what do you think? You think the Rangers are going to come back now? Game 5, obviously pivotal in Carolina. I know they played well. I'm not sure if I know, being on ESPN in New York, we gotta talk about the Rangers all the time. I don't know about that game, to be honest. Look, I think the Rangers have a little bit of momentum in this series now. When they were down, it's the same thing. That's when you're down 2-1 or when you're down 2-0 and you win that 3rd game, that 4th game is so big. Like with nice, that's a good play right there. Michael had him last night. That 4th game is so big because if Carolina wins on the road like Colorado did in a tough game like that, in the 3-2 game, and it's a really close game, and you just kind of like scrape a win. Oh, Rome almost scored there. I think it gives you like a lot of momentum, like for the team that wins it, and the team that loses like that, and they just kind of know like that was their chance to even the series and get back in it. They always say a series never starts till the home team loses, right? Because if you just keep serve or hold serve there. But I think now, if the Rangers go to Carolina on Thursday night and win, man, you got to think the Rangers are winning the series at that point. Edmonton, I think, right now, up 3-1. Going to Calgary. It's, when you're down 3-1 and you're going home, I think it's a different mentality. Hey, listen, if we can just get game 5, it's 3-2. Now we're back in it. We just, if we could keep a little momentum, we win game 6. We got game 7 on our home ice. We got a chance to win it. When it's the other way around, Miami Heat, Bill Bill, LJ's been asking where you in, but Michael, yeah, look, when you have that thing, I think it's really tough. Calgary, I think, has a chance to get back in the series. For Colorado, they're at home up 3-1. They know, listen, man, we can end it. We can just put the knife in and say, listen, we're not letting them. That's it. The series is over. So it's a little bit different mentality, I think. Carolina, too. Carolina, if they get the win tonight, it's 3-2. They go back on the road. They're the same way. They say, if we get a win, on the road, we close it out. If not, we got Game 7 on our home ice. There's a little bit of a thing there. Yeah, Bill, I don't know what to think about this game. Like, once again, I want the Celtics to win because I have the Celtics. LJ says boo, Bill, but he was right about the Sixers.
Yeah, but still.
But you were right about the Warriors, so.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Bill.
All right, so we got Copa Sudamericana tomorrow night. Remember, we got the games tonight as well. We have already talked about that yesterday. Some of those games are a little bit, you got to just watch, like, Deportivo La Guera against Club General Caballero. Those teams both stink. Tomorrow there's some interesting games, though. Let me just look at these, the groups, because I think, unlike maybe in the other groups, you got this game here, FBC Melgar playing Cuiba MT. Melgar's on 9 points with a +2 goal difference. Cuiba's on -1 with a 6 points. And when they played the first time, Cuiba won 2-0. So you see Cuiba here +430, and they have to win to go through. So, obviously Melgar just needs a draw. So that's why it's -175. Do you take a chance on a team maybe that, already has a 1-0 win, or 2-0 win? Do you take a chance, LJ?
Uh-huh.
So maybe you take, the other thing is, like, hold on. No, don't do that. So the only thing about, double chance here at +130, it's an interesting play, obviously.
Could you move this?
But I think when you're talking about a team that has to win the game, it might not actually be kind of worth the bet. But, it could end up in a draw.
Still 1-0.
Bill says watch Bam and Jimmy tonight.
What's that, Bill?
Miami, Matt. He said watch Miami in the Boston game. You'll be back from practice to watch the game, right?
What time does it start?
I think it starts at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock.
No. Because I
Michael,
have soccer.
Oh, yeah. Michael says, I'm going to lean Boston to get them. They've been going back and forth, but I see it going 7 games. The only thing is if Boston wins tonight.
Jimmy Butler?
Yeah, Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler was trash last game.
If I see if Boston wins tonight, it's the same thing. I could see them going home and clinching in Game 6, which would be fantastic. The line tonight scares me a little bit, because the only thing with these games, bless you. The only thing with these games is, bless you, they haven't really been. They don't show the other games. They haven't really been too close. So, for me, close some of these out so I'm not bouncing all over the place. They haven't really been too close. So, I think
Roma.
Yeah, Roma's still up 1-0.
1-0.
So I think, that's an interesting play. That game is probably tough. When you look at this,
Bill, watch the Golden State versus Dallas game.
When you look at Group H here, Atletico Junior is playing. Where's that game? There, Junior Barranquilla is playing Union de Santa Fe, and Fluminense right now. Fluminense has 8 points and playing Orient Petrol. This game here is probably the play of the day.
What?
Fluminense. The last time they played it was 3-0 on 6 April. Fluminense has to win. If Fluminense wins and somebody wins the other game, or if Fluminense wins here, they're through. You know what? They're on 8 points. If they get to 11, only one of those teams can get to 11 points. Atletico Junior with a draw or a win, or Union. So interesting. I think Fluminense has to win. Celtics and Avs both win tonight.
Who?
Jennifer. Yeah, look, I like the Avs to close out.
A Boston fan. Then why were you voting for the
betting? Because it's betting. You're not voting. He's betting. He's putting his money on the Heat. He could be trying to mush him though. So it's interesting. So this is the game here. Fluminense. I think you can find the Asian line here, probably minus 1.25. If they win, Orient Petrolero minus 11 goal difference. So I think take this Fluminense minus 1.25 at minus 120. I think you could even probably push it to minus 1.5 in that game. I think you could probably bet, over 2.5 goals.
All 9 of you people. Doesn't Sean talk fast?
Yeah, we got to talk fast because we got to get over a lot of this stuff. So, so that's the other game. And then Racing Club's playing River Plate. River Plate's out of it, and it's River Plate of Uruguay. We'll talk about Liverpool on Friday. We don't like Liverpool though. Some people here might though. They might like Liverpool to win that game.
Comment if you like Liverpool.
By the way, did anybody from yesterday? Did anybody figure out who the famous coach was that coached Nagoya Grampus 8? I said the first person that could tell me who the coach was that coached Nagoya Grampus 8, I would send something to. He's a famous coach. He went on to coach big name teams. Coached in a Champions League final. He's got a big job. No, he coached Nagoya Grampus 8 in Japan. And nobody, I'll tell you as soon as we're off there.
No. What's fun?
We got to see if somebody gets it first. Remember, Caesar's Sportsbook promotion, $1,100 first bet insurance.
To me. Huh? Okay.
Caesar's
starts with a B.
Caesar's Sportsbook promotion, $1,100 first bet insurance. Place first-time wager up to $1,100. Get it back in the form of free bet if you use promo code ATSWINSCZR. Remember, I'll be on Friday night on ESPN in New York at midnight.
You showed me your tattoo?
At midnight. Yeah, Friday before the game.
No, you never said that.
At midnight.
Say, guys, if you get one person to say, I want to see Sean's tattoo, he will do it.
Are you taking Real Madrid Saturday double chance and the man to score? Yeah, look, I think they win the game. I think Liverpool's out of gas. I think Real Madrid's been rested for a couple weeks. I think they're.
Say I want Sean. I want to see Sean's tattoo. If you want to see it, because you will like it. It's weird.
Excuse me.
Very weird.
So yeah, Bill, I like that. I like I think Benzema scores. I think there's some sites that are offering Vinicius Jr. First goal score at like plus 650, plus 700, like crazy odds. I've seen that. Benzema probably first goal score. I don't know who scores first in the game, to be honest. Between the two teams, I just think Real Madrid is rested and the Liverpool's running out of gas, and they're going to be needing to use those inhalers heavily this week and see what happens. So, all right. So Racing Club. It's interesting here whether you bet them at minus 1.75 or you're better off taking Racing Club over 2.5 goals. I think both come out if that happens. Rome is still up 1-0, so I guess they're going to win this game. A little stunned that Feyenoord hasn't put up much of a fight here. So we got the this game, Racing Club. Remember, you got Fluminense. That's the play. This game is tough. Junior Barranquilla and Union de Santa Fe. I'd probably stay away from it. Maybe go with Junior Barranquilla, but I would say probably this game, the Fluminense and the Racing Club are the two best plays for the Copa Sudamericana. And then for Copa Lib, Boca Juniors has to win. Probably that play. And then the other ones we talked about are really, see if they have any bet boosts here. See what our guy is to score, Bill. Salah plus 138 to score. Doesn't score a lot of times in big games, though. Benzema's plus 140 to score. That is like a license to print money. It's a license to print money. Yeah, Bill, look. I don't know if you can see, man. We got the soccer pitch out here, trying to get it to get turfed. That right there is a wrestling room. He's a big time wrestler. He's state champion already at 8 years old. He's big time wrestler. His dad is a big time wrestler. He gets trained by I wrote a story at NJ.com. If you could find it, it's about Jordan Burroughs. He brought Jordan Burroughs in to run a clinic in April. If you want to look for a pretty good story about Jordan Burroughs and kind of how he likes to give back to people, it's on there. It's really cool. So, but yeah, we have him out there. He's playing. He's a pretty good goal scorer here, but he's one of these kids who, if he played whatever sport he played, he would dominate. The kid just is natural at everything. He went down to the Wildwood last year, and those things where they have like all the games, and they had like the cones with the footballs, and he's not real big, so they give him like the regular size football, and he's got to knock the cones off, and he knocked like all 4 of the cones off and won like a Russell Wilson jersey. The people that were running the thing were like, I can't even believe it. Like high school quarterbacks can't do it, right? So kid's just a natural. So it's pretty interesting. But yeah, he's a very good soccer player. And his brother, the other kid that was here, he's pretty good. And then they have the little one too that was here crying at the beginning. He's probably going to be the best of the bunch because these two are probably going to be beating on him constantly in the wrestling room. Looks like they're making a lot of subs here. Look, Roma, I guess Jose Mourinho, man. I guess I should have backed road. I just thought Feyenoord was going to show up, but they didn't. All right, so tomorrow we'll have a live guest on. We'll have Alistair from covers.com. He's going to talk all kinds of stuff. That should be pretty cool. He's going to be, hopefully a weekly guest. Friday we have Kaepernick. We're going to start having Rick Fortenbaugh from the Trentonian on Wednesdays. Tuesdays we're trying to get somebody from ESPN or someone in England to come on for at least a half hour and talk about the state of the game and some of these qualifiers. Hopefully next week with the qualifiers coming up and the Nations League. I went to the Nations League in 2019. It was pretty cool. I had crazy stories. We put the wrong gas in the car. When you're in Portugal, there's like the 2 kinds of gas. There's only just 2 kinds. It's not like here where you have like 87, 89, 91, 93. So we put the wrong kind. I think we put like diesel in or whatever. And our car it broke down right outside the stadium in where were we? Outside of Porto, and we just about made it. We literally we couldn't go any further. There was a blockade to keep the fans from like driving any further to the stadium, and like the police let us park our car there, and we went right to the game. It was pretty crazy, but got to see Ronaldo hat trick. I like this Nations League tournament. I think it's pretty cool. So I know some of these teams don't take it as seriously, but it is what it is. All right, so I think we like the Avs outside of hockey tonight. Avs and the over for the Avs over, and Bill. Hopefully your Celtics win the game. Unless you're betting Miami, then good luck with that. And hopefully for me they win that game. All right, make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell, and watch this pretty cool close that we have here. And I will see you tomorrow. We'll have a lot of plays. We'll start previewing some of the games on Friday and the weekend. So see you.